Hello. Um, I'm going to be not reacting. I'm gonna be reviewing literally every game, pretty much every video game, other than pinball. Is pinball technically a video game? So we're doing mobile, console, VR. What other games is there? So yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and stay tuned if you want to see the whole series. Yeah, we'll just be talking about these games for just a minute or two. Well, not really a minute or two, but I could be bashing a game for 30 minutes, or I could be saying how good a game is for 30 minutes. So, the first episode, aka this episode, is going to be about detective games, such as Noire and games like that. So, Noire is one of my personal favorite games. So, let's do this. First up is a game I played, Chinatown Detective Agency. So, I like the game. I do have a few. Let's get the complaints out first. So, what I don't like is that some of the characters it shows, like, it'll show a picture, and then when it says it'll show the actual character, but then it'll show like a little picture and show what they're saying on the bottom. So some of the bottom, like the bottom picture, doesn't look anything like the actual character. It is a pixel game, so that's a bummer. It would have been way better if it wasn't a pixel game, but some of the pixel art looks actually really, really good. So what I like about the game is that you're a detective. Obviously, you can go around the world. Like you start off the game in Singapore, I think, and you just investigate cases. And honestly, this is better than some of the other things on this list. So, it actually does not take up a lot of storage for what it's like 1.7 gigabytes, I think. And it's not a big game at all. Um, I love the use of the metro. Like you could be in Chinatown and say Singapore, and you can go to the different districts through the subway. Um, that's pretty cool. I don't think there's anything more to say about this game. Oh, the main character is something Dharma or something. She's pretty cool. Um, you can interact with certain things in the game. Like, say you see a tree, she'll be like, I remember this from my childhood, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and that's it, for this game. The next game is, I have no clue what it is, but, yeah, let's go. Sherlock Holmes, Chapter 1. This game's fine. I think Chinatown Detective Agency is honestly better than this one, but it's dull, I guess? I don't know how to say it. What I don't like, some of the random sounds are kind of terrible. Like, sometimes the character just doesn't seem alive. You play Sherlock Holmes, and but you don't play as in London, which is kind of weird. Um, you get to I know it's Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, but you get to customize your character and all that, which you make it look nothing like Sherlock Holmes. and I don't really like that. I think you should at least know it's Sherlock Holmes. And you like interview people, blah 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 blah. It's sort of like LA Noire, but you interview people. Yeah. So it's okay. Like, I wouldn't buy it, I guess. If someone asks you to buy it, and if somebody asks you to like, or not if somebody asks you, if you're ever considering buying this, it's your choice. Like, I wouldn't, but you could. This is just my opinion. So yeah, there's nothing really to say about this game. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It looks okay. And yeah, that's probably it. The next game is LA Noire. LA Noire. Perfect. Perfect. What is there bad to say about LA Noire? I love the face technology where you can like see if somebody's lying or not. You can play bad cop and good cop, and it's awesome. Love LA Noire. Sorry about the screaming. I love LA Noire. Everything about it, it's all perfect. It's not perfect. There are some flaws. Like one cutscene, for example, you can like steal somebody's car and then drive it to the cutscene location, and the cutscene location will show the car that you were supposed to drive instead of the car that you're currently driving. So that's a flaw, I guess. I love this game. It's set in the 1940s in LA, and it's a noir. Like, there's the killer, there's the case of a killer. There are these murders that are all similar, and people are like, oh, it's just a copycat killer. But then the main character thinks it's like it's a serial killer, and then they figure out it's a serial killer and all that. I love it when they find that there's a bunch of marijuana or weed and some cans, like soup cans. So they go to the factory and they find the brother of, I think, one of the suspects. And that brother, and like actually cans it. So he's giving out weed basically to people. So that's pretty cool. Sorry, that's pretty cool. LA Noire is about like 11 hours long. I love how they built such a big city, but then they didn't use a lot of it. I wish it was a free roam. There are side missions, which are really cool. And the chasing, that's pretty cool as well. And yeah, great game. Love LA Noire. The Wolf Among Us. So this game is about, so you play as like a, fairy tales? Yeah, there's like fairy tales, and one fairy tale was like killed or something, and I like the game. I think the graphics could have been a little better, but it's like called The Wolf Among Us, and you play as a wolf detective, and you have to figure out who killed the person, and you make a lot of decisions. You could die, you could get game over screen. I think I love the game. And so it's very easy to die. Like some decisions will get you killed, others will get you to the end of the game. And I think this is an awesome game. I think you should get it. So this is the end of the first episode, and see ya.